Hi, B, what are you reading?
A Gruffalo.
The Gruffalo? Who's the Gruffalo?
Why didn't you know?
No!
He has terrible tusks and terrible claws and terrible teeth and his terrible jaws. And his favourite food is roasted fox.
Oh my goodness. Should we draw the Gruffalo?
Definitely.
Let's do it. Yes, we are going to draw the Gruffalo. And what you can see here are pages from Axel Scheffler's very own sketchbook. Now, when illustrators and artists are creating drawings for a book, they have to come up with lots and lots of different ideas. And the drawings you're looking at right now are the very first ideas that Axel Scheffler came up with when Julia Donaldson sent him the Gruffalo book. And you can see that he looks quite different to begin with. He's actually quite scary looking. And over the course of time, Axel Scheffler would have developed his ideas and he would have arrived at the Gruffalo that we know and love that appears in the books. So I thought it would be very interesting to show you those pages of the sketchbook. So let's draw the Gruffalo we know and love. Let's get started. Okay, so we are going to create a fabulous character today who goes by the name of the Gruffalo. Okay, we're going to do the Gruffalo. So what I would like you to do, please, is I would like you to start off with a nice eye. We're just going to do a very simple circular eye about here. Okay, so a nice circle. And then the Gruffalo is kind of looking behind himself. So we're going to do a little black pupil there. Good stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a smaller eye here. Let's get it slightly further away, and it's going to be more like an oval as opposed to a circle. That's it. And again, we've got the pupil looking back. Good stuff. Now the Gruffalo's got a little bit of a snout going on. So we're going to come down from here. And we're going to go out and have a funny little edge like that. Slightly snouty. Bring it back around. Okay, very good. And then we see a little bit of his cheek there. So we can just link that up to there. Perfect. Right, let's get the mouth in. Now underneath his snout, we're going to come down a little bit like that. So a little line there. Good. And then we're going to do one of the teeth, just one. So just do what looks basically like a little bit of a sort of funny circly shape. Okay, just like a little wobbly square. Then what we do, so that's the bottom of his mouth. Then what we do is we're going to bring this line like this, and we're going to go along, and we're going to go all the way up like that. Okay. And on this mouth, we're going to have various teeth and a big sort of tusky tooth like that. And one's going to be going down this way, and then a few more going up that way. Okay. Don't forget the big one, B. Fabulous. That's it. Now, his chin kind of comes forward a little bit from there, and then we've got this kind of fluffy bit like this, going all the way around. Okay. Now above the eyes, he's looking quite kind of kind, and we can make characters look kind by having their eyebrows going in this sort of direction. Okay. If we did the eyebrows pointing downwards, he wouldn't look very kind.
He would look evil.
He would look pretty evil and mean, correct. And then what we do is we link this eye to this eyebrow, just with a little curved bit. Okay. And then we're going to do the top of his head. And the top of his head is going to be, again, it's going to be a slightly kind of wobbly line that does something like that. That's it. Good. Now, he's got a couple of sort of ears that look a little bit like leaves. So one there and one there. Okay, with a line down there and a line across there. We will get a bit of furry mark making going on him in a bit. He's got a kind of funny little bit of curly hair on top here. I bet he's very proud of that. And then he's got some horns that come forward like so. Now, a few little hair follicles here and some whiskers. Look at this guy, he is funny. Now, we're going to come down here, and I might end up going into your bit of paper here a little bit because it's a little bit bigger than I thought it might be. So don't you worry about that. Okay, it's going to block me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down like this. I'm going to come down like this. And we're going to go to about there. And then we're going to come in like that. And this is his arm, okay? So then we come across and then we come out. Yeah, we got that? That's it. And then here we've got his little, or his big, I should say, paws or hands. And he has got sharp claws, hasn't he? There we go. Now on this side, we're going to come down from about this tooth here, and you're going to have a line that comes around, and it goes all the way down, and all the way down to about there. That's it.
Guessing this is the tummy.
It is the tummy. Do you know what? Your Gruffalo looks like he's been to the gym, and mine looks like he hasn't been to the gym. It's like the before and after shot. Look at this guy, he's fit. Look at my one. Wow, okay, so let's get this elbow going down. And then up. And his thumb kind of comes across and he's pointing. Maybe he's pointing towards the Gruffalo gym. I think that's what he might be doing, B. And we've got some fingers coming around like this. He's going, I've seen my cousin. He looks nice and fit. I'm going to join him in the gym.
And I do.
Because I've not been for some time. Right, so that's that. I'll get you catch up with the fingers. Now, the back carries on like this. So I'm going to go a little bit into your piece of paper. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to come around with a bit of a tail, like that, and like this, okay. And then a line like that.
Now, I think my tail hasn't been to the gym.
Maybe your tail was left at home when he went to the gym.
Yeah.
And then his foot comes across, need to catch up. And then we're going to do some more little paws. I keep saying little paws, they're really not little, are they? They're really, really rather large. And then like so, okay. And some nice claws down here.
Oh no.
Okay.
I've done it.
That's okay, it's good.
Now
the other foot.
Now it hasn't gone to the gym. No.
The other foot is a similar thing. So a few more paws, claws, feet, whatever. And then we come across like that, and there we go. Now, he's got a lot of spines and spikes down his back, so let's get a load of those going on.
I watched a film of a Gruffalo and it was actually quite scary.
Was it? Wow.
Because it had purple, like, actually purple spikes on its head.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll do some colouring in a minute. We'll have to get some of those going on. Now that is the basic drawing. What we need to add now is a load of little lines. Now what can happen when children do this is that they go a bit crazy. And instead of adding lots of little lines that are the same size, they start adding lots and lots of long lines that aren't the same size. So when you're doing a task like this, when you're doing multiple lines, you've got to make sure that we try and keep them all roughly the same size and not sort of touching each other and going over each other, because then it kind of ruins the effect of it. So, a few down here. One thing I would say about Axel Scheffler's illustrations is that he often has kind of quite dark rings around part of the eye. So we're just going to darken that bit a little bit.
We forgot the big... We forgot... Oh no, we forgot...
What have we forgotten?
We forgot the wart on his nose.
Oh. Where does that go? Something like that? There we go. Okay. Right, so there's the Gruffalo. Okay, Gruffalo is done. Drawing complete. I think we've got all the little bits of fur going on. Okay, got this finger. Got a few more up here. Good.
Mine's been to the gym, yours hasn't.
No, mine's...
mine's as hairy and yours not.
So mine's been to the hairdresser, but not the gym. Yours has been to the gym, but not the hairdresser.
Yeah.
Should we colour these in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get these coloured in. Right. Let us speed up the camera and colour these in. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today, and we would love to see some of your examples, so do send them in to gallery@artroombrighton.co.uk, and we'll see you very soon.